same grind, every snap, every rep, everybody talking first round, same names again. Danny in the shadows, finding value in the 10. Stopwatch ticking, notebooks full of ink. Missed by the cameras, but he sees what you think you didn't see. From small schools to backups with a chance. If there's a sleeper on the board, he already made the call in advance. Danny Savage, draft guru, breaking down the board like a pro really do. Lay round legends, yeah, he's standing on the truth. Day 3, Danny turning pigs into proof. When the lights fade out and the crowd goes home, that's when the future gets quietly grown. 6th, 7th round, undrafted dreams. You connecting all the dots in between the schemes. Straight over hype, film over fame. If the league makes cities call it the name, every year gotta steal, every class got a few. When they go and show brand, Danny says, watch this dude. Danny Savage, draft guru. If it's sitting on the board, James finding it too. From the war room to the lounge crew. Day 3, Danny, yeah, the legends coming through. Yeah. This is Danny Savage, draft guru. Let's go. Let's get into it. This is Danny Savage, draft guru. Let's get into it.
Boom. Greetings from YouTubeville. Once again, Danny Savage, draft guru. If you like the video, subscribe, give it a like, hit the hyper button. Also, don't forget to click on the notifications so you know when I go live. I apologize. I usually do my videos much earlier. Had a rough night, rough day. Even my dog's staring at me. What's up? You all right? You good? I think I went to bed like maybe 7 a.m. And then, of course, Amazon has to deliver something like at 11. But whatever. All right, so we'll be talking about linebackers today. We're going to have 30, but today I did 21 to 1. So you'll be coming out with 9 more. Yo, what's up? You good? Talking to my killer. Yo, the Harold Perkins. Yo, can we slow down on him? I'll never forget last year, there was a guy, Stinky Foots, out there. And he was like, Harold Perkins, he's the number 1 linebacker in this draft. And I'm like, not even close, man. He's a safety, man. And I said, Abdul Carter. This was like way before the 2024 season. I'm like, hell no. Abdul Carter is the number 1 linebacker. And he's like, oh, I don't know about that. Perkins blew his knee out, so came back this year. I never seen somebody run a fast 40, but it doesn't show on the field. Or yet, like, he can run a fast 40, but he can't diagnose a play. He'd be great on like a junior varsity team. He's not on my 21. He has a place in the NFL. But when you're a college fan, you have to decipher being a fan of the university and actually be honest about a person. And I think college fans are even worse than NFL fans, but it is what it is. So I'm just letting you know, Perkins and Pitts, Kyle Lewis, who are Kyle Lewis's, but Lewis is a highlight reel. Perkins is a chess piece. They both have a role to play, but it's going to be late day 3. And if you think they can bang inside the tackle box against the run in the NFL, hook me up with what you're on, because you're on some good shit. But it is what it is. So we're going to talk about linebackers. We're going to start at 21. This kid is not getting love at all. And his name is Keyshawn Elliott, linebacker, Arizona State. Real quiet, not nice size, 6'2", 235. Bro, the kid had 100 tackles and 7 sacks. It's crazy quiet year, bro. No one's talking about this kid. three down player. And I'm going to tell you on this draft who I think are 3 down linebackers and who 8. I mean, on the prospects. So he's a 3 down linebacker, in my opinion. Crazy fast. Then we have this kid. A lot of people blowing him up, but I'm putting him at 20. So everyone has a story in the naked city. But check this out. Oklahoma, they got a linebacker. His name is Owen Heinecke. 6'1", 230. 1 year wonder. But he has now, this kid did the combine, everything. He has a court date, I believe, April the 16th. He's suing the NCAA because in 2020, he was at Ohio State. And Ohio State did not allow walk-ons during the C-word year. So long story short, he played like 3 lacrosse games. So they're saying, well, he used up that year of eligibility playing lacrosse. So, this kid could get another year in college and then come back and do the combine again next year. I mean, like I said, 6'1", 230, 1 year wonder. He's lucky he even made the list. But I know he got knocked down on one lawsuit already, and he's doing an appeal. I don't know why. I don't. Is the kid going to be a top? Is Oklahoma throwing $2-3 million at a kid like this? No. Is he going to be a top 10 linebacker in the draft? No. Maybe there's a lot of hot trim in Oklahoma. Don't know. Never been there. Charlene Evans, boom. Thank you for you read the list. You read the list. He could have came out last year, bro. He is a beast. Love that kid. Next kid is not getting talked about a lot. Crazy athletic. Kaleb Elarms-Orr, linebacker. He sounds like Eeyore. That was from, what was that from? Winnie and the Pooh? Showing my age, bro. But Kaleb Elarms-Orr, linebacker, TCU. 6'2", 230, blazer. He had a decent season. 135 tackles, 5 sacks, 12 tackles for loss. Day 3 steal. A day 3 steal. A guy I don't even know why I put this guy here, to be honest with you. But we'll see. His name is Taurean York, linebacker at Texas A&M. I think I'm going to regret this one, but he's coming in at 18. He's very small. He's 5'11", 230. He had a 72 tackle season for the Aggies. He's fast. Is he a 3 down backer? No. He's more, throw him in on 3rd downs. He has a role. He's late day 3, most likely. At worst, he'll make somebody's he'll be on a practice squad, All right. Now, I'm going to show you why. Earlier, I talked about Perkins and Lewis, the midget linebackers, but they have a role. Like a rover. Play them, just move them around. Safety. I'm sorry, Perkins and Lewis are safeties to me. Put them on the outside, ask them to rush. Here's a kid now that's played linebacker, safety, with his hand down a little bit. But the reason he made my list is that he's 6'5", 250 pounds. And his name is Kendal Davis, Oklahoma. He went off in 2023 at Oklahoma State with 105 tackles, man. Went off. And like I said, 6'5", 250. And this kid just gets moved around. And I was showing my age, but it used to be an actual position. It would usually be an athletic, a crazy athletic, big dude. He'll line up at linebacker one play. Next day, he'll line up. Next play, he'd have a hand down over the nose. Next play, he'll be a 5 tech. Next play, he's at a 3 tech. And you're just screwing the entire offensive up because when the quarterback goes on the center, he's looking around and he has to see where you are. And then he can switch positions and just switch at the last minute. Then that's messing up the offensive line play and their hesitation. But me personally, I haven't seen anyone talk about this kid, Kendal Daniels. He's a sleeper to watch out for. But yo, I could give two shits, bro. If I like somebody, because I march to the beat of my own drum. Always have, always will. At 16, not flashy at all. Jimmy Rolder, linebacker, Michigan Wolverines. 6'2", 245, thumper. He's more of a two-down. He's more of a two-down linebacker. Round one, excuse me. You know, play one, play two, down one, down two, more running down situations, or you got to put him in a goal line situation or short yardage situation. He's a beast versus the run. I do think he will get exposed at the next level. But tough blue-collar kid. He's going to bring his lunch pail to work, and he doesn't care about CTE. He's okay with it. Next is a kid not getting much love, crazy athletic, Xavian Jr., 6'3", 235, Arkansas. Played on a horrendous Arkansas team, and he was a man on a mission. Very athletic, fast name to look out for. Another kid, I might have put him too high, and he's at 14, Wade Woodaz, linebacker, Clemson, 6'3", 240. This kid is big. Now, with the D lineman that Clemson had, so Clemson had, I think it was, they got the Undertaker from Purdue. So they had Will Helt, I believe. They had TJ Parker, Woods, Capehart. I mean, I could have played linebacker behind those kids. But long story short, he's a bigger prospect, 6'3", 240, but it just seems like, I don't know, bro, the last couple of years, Clemson linebackers have just not really, like, taken that next jump, maybe is a fair way to put it, that a lot of people thought. But he's big. He's big. I think he'd fit more as a 3-4 middle linebacker. It's a fair statement. Next is Deontae Lawson, Alabama. Fast, rangy, 6'2", 230, not getting a lot of talk about at all. Alabama, they went through like a rough part of the season where they had a shitload of injuries. They had a monster, Tim Smith, defensive tackle. He transferred to Ohio State. Tim Keenan, he's coming out. He made my list. He's like, yo, that kid played legit, like 6'1", 340 to 350. He's a late round sleeper, just a straight up run stuffer. LT Overton, who shrunk on us, went from 6'5" to 6'2". But Deontae Lawson is not getting a lot of love. You know what I think it is with him? He does a lot of things good, nothing flashy that jumps off the screen at you, if that makes any sense. All right, so that's him at 13. So now we're down to 12. We got Bryce Boettecher, however you want to pronounce it. Oregon, 6'1", 225. See, now, the difference between Bryce Boettecher and Perkins, he plays like he's 6'4", 260. This kid is a missile, bro. Missile, straight up missile. Former walk-on? All-American? Can get bigger, but plays bigger. Yo, it is so, as a coach or even as a player, when you see these dudes, I always used to joke around and say, God gets the biggest dudes and just gives them no heart, bro. Cowboys blog, boom. Thank you for jumping in the chat. I just caught you. But like, yo, when you see these dudes that like have every gift, athletic gift in the world, and they're just like there, you're like, bro, what's wrong with you, man? And it's as a coach, it frustrates you. As a player, you just want to slap him. At 11, another big kid. I think he would be better in a 3-4 system. His name is Landen Barton, played for Utah. He's been around a while, well-seasoned, 6'4", 240, but he's a 3-down linebacker. He played in the Big 12. All they do is pass the ball. But I still think in the NFL, he would fit better at a 3-4. Next is at number 10, Aiden Fisher, Indiana, 6'1", 235. If this kid was 6'3", 250, he'd be a first-round draft pick, this kid. Very smart, very intelligent. This kid watches tape. You can tell this kid watches tape. He has a knack. Don't get me wrong. Some guys, but you see a lot of time when you see defensive linemen recovering a lot of fumbles, some guys just have a knack for being around the ball. This kid has a knack for being in the right place at the right time. And when that's done numerous times, it's either luck, which your luck is going to run out, or this kid is watching crazy film. Someone is going to get a day 3 bargain with Aiden Fisher. He's my linebacker 10 out of Indiana. We're in the top 10 now. Dun, dun, dun. This kid, I wish he would have came out last year, man. He could have came out last year. Red, great name too. Red Murdock, Buffalo Bulls, 6'2", 235. Bro, last year he had a partner, this kid, Sean Dolak. Don't worry, I put him out there. He didn't get drafted, but he made either the Rams. He made either the Rams or the 49ers. 53. I got to have some, I guess. But, yo, Red Murdock, 6'2", 235. Old school thumper. Could have came out last year. He must have a hot girlfriend up there that he stayed because I don't know, man. Buffalo will do him a big bag, but another kid, no one's talking about him. It's amazing, bro. It truly shows you who watches football and who doesn't. This kid is a monster, monster, monster. I hate comps because he's a bigger version, but he reminds me of, if this makes any sense, a bigger version of Landen Fletcher. That's the way he plays. At 8, here's a kid that if this kid played for Texas Tech, everybody would have him in round 1 or round 2. And his name is Jack Kelly, BYU. And if you follow my channel, you know I hate, hate, hate BYU players. I won't even rank them. Won't even put them on my list. I hate them. But I was watching wide receiver, then I started watching them. Cowboys blog, one of his wide receivers. I just can't think of his name right now because I haven't put him out yet. And I started watching this kid. And I started watching him more and more. And then I went back to 2024. And his name is Jack Kelly, linebacker, BYU. 6'2", 245. Yo, last 2 years, 15 sacks. This kid's a middle linebacker. 15 sacks, 25 tackles for loss in the last 2 years. The weirdest part about this kid, he is a middle linebacker. He'll take 3-4 steps to the edge and look like the most smoothest edge coming off the ball going after the quarterback. It's not normal. It's not. It looks kind of like he's more comfortable playing outside. In 2024, he had 10 sacks, and then in 2025, he had a bad year, only had 5. But when he goes outside, he's 6'2", 245, yet he just looks like he does it with ease. And he has some bend. The Patriots, I could see Pittsburgh. I could see Harbaugh. Texans. Someone's going to get a monster with this kid, bro. I mean, I've never seen a kid like this where he can just stroll from the inside. Because like I said, he ain't 6'4", 230 with 2% body fat. He's rocked out, bro. And yet he can just stroll to the outside, dip under the tackle, boom, chase the quarterback down. You're like, yo, what did I just witness? Is this kid an edge or a middle linebacker? It's a perfect example of don't judge a book by a cover, because this kid does not look athletic at all, and yet crazy athletic. Jack Kelly, he's my linebacker. 8. 7, another kid. No one's really talking about this kid. Jake Galady, plays for Cincinnati. Nice size. 6'4", 240 pounds. Nice size. I think he's a 3-down linebacker, and he's not. No one's talking about him at all. Number 6 is my guy. He's just misunderstood. Listen, he headbutted a referee by accident. Joshua Barham, linebacker / edge, University of Michigan. 6'3". He's about 240. I would play him inside, but I wouldn't be afraid to tell him to go outside on a certain play, just to screw, and line up and pass, rush the passer. But to me, he's an inside linebacker and with a little bit of edge in him. And he has a mean streak, which I like. Football is not table tennis. What is football? And I've tried to explain this at the most easiest level. It is controlled violence. Destroy what's in front of you, whistle. Destroy in front of you, whistle. And we ain't exchanging no jerseys after the game. Next is a kid who's flown up the boards. No one thought he was coming out, flew out, and he came out, which I think he did a smart decision. Josiah Trotter, Missouri, Mizzou. 6'2", 240. Great size, fast. His dad played for Philadelphia. His other brother played for Clemson. He's in the NFL. Out of all the brothers that have made it to the NFL yet, so far, I think he's the most athletic at line. He's the most athletic. His other brother that went to Clemson was much shorter and compact. This kid is 6'2" and fast. And another guy. It just seems like these three-letter networks and like, well, you get on the Twitter machine and you see like that inbred family in West Virginia, the Whitakers or whatever. They just like talk about like three people. That's it. That's it. You know there's more than three people in the draft, right? You get it? You realize there's 7 rounds. You realize there's a thing called undrafted free agency also. I don't think a lot of people realize that. At 4 is a kid, and I can make mistakes. I admit when I make mistakes. I can admit my mistake because I didn't like this kid at first. I didn't. And then I went back in and watched more and more and more and more and more. And his name is Jacob Rodriguez, linebacker, Texas Tech. He's my number 4 linebacker. I thought he was going to show up like at 5'10", this kid. He showed up 6'1", 240. Smart. You could tell this kid, you could listen, bro, when you're not the greatest athlete in the world and you're constantly uncensored cowboy, boom, thank you for jumping in the chat. When you're not the greatest athlete in the world and you're constantly in position to make plays, you're watching a lot of film and you're a student of the game. You guys have no idea how many of these guys are clueless when it comes to football. It's just that they're that 1% freak God-gifted athlete that some of these dudes could just roll out of bed and get 10 sacks. And it's true. Lawrence Taylor used to go to sleep during the Giant meetings. And it's the 1%. But Jacob Rodriguez, what I like about him too, in the run game, he's always going after that ball, bro. Always going after that ball. Like I said, I was wrong about him. I watched a lot more of him, and he's always punching at it. So, do I think he's a 99 in Madden? No. But when you do all the other things, that makes up a lot. Number 3, CJ Allen, linebacker, Georgia. 6'1", 235, 3 down. He's a 3-down linebacker. Some people are trying to act like he looked a little stiff in pass coverage. I mean, I don't know, man. The last couple of Georgia linebackers have been looking pretty good. I think he has good size. He's a thumper, rocked out. Takeo Spikes was smaller than him, but Takeo Spikes had traps, like started like here. He went to Auburn. He played for San Fran. He played for Cincy. Takeo Spikes. But CJ Allen is bigger than him, but he's rocked out, bro. He can play, CJ Allen. Here's a kid that has like serious, my next kid, he's dropped a lot. I heard some. Listen, I'm not a doctor, bro, but I did say a Holiday Inn Express last night. I was trying to make a joke, but I've heard he was dealing with a little bit of an ankle surgery after the season, and his name is Anthony Hill Jr., linebacker, Texas. Now, 2024 tape, top 15 pick. Top 15 pick, his 2024 tape. But this also just shows you, too, how important the monsters in front of you count. He lost a couple of D tackles. He might have been dealing with that injury. Still had a great year. 6'2", 240, 3-down linebacker. It seems like he went from like a top 15 pick to like maybe late 30s, early 40s. Someone's going to get a hell. If this kid goes in round 2, see, that's why like it bothers me. People are like, oh, I watched 3 games on somebody. Bro, you watch this kid's 2024 tape, he's a top 15. And that just didn't go away. So someone's going to get, as long as the medical checks out on him, beast. He's a beast. Beast. I'm telling you. Anthony Hill Jr. is a beast out of Texas. Number 1. And he was my number 1. Actually, back in May, when I started breaking down linebackers, my first 2 linebackers I broke down in May. Ironically, my first 2 linebackers, March the 25th. And 1, Sonny Styles. Now, I laugh because, like, I know Uncensored Cowboy, huge Ohio State fan. But a lot of, like, the guys with those fake draft channels that show up, you know, they all sit in a circle, and I don't even want to mention their names, bro. The only fucking Sonny they ever heard of was Sonny and Cher. Showing my age, bro. Look him up. I watched this kid came into college as a safety and balled out. And he got bigger. Then Ohio State moved him to linebacker in 2024. I had no clue what he was doing. I had a good year. 2025. Watch Ohio State versus Indiana. Bro, this kid is a straight thumper. And he's 6'5", 250. And he gets low, boom, run game. You can play him inside. You can play him outside. Either or. You basically move him around. And ironically, all the fucking Sticky Foots channels, oh, Harold Perkins. Yeah. Who is the number 1 linebacker in this draft? Listen, to me, and he made my edge list, Arvell Reese is an edge. And the reason Arvell Reese is an edge to me is the situation he was put in. You can't say he's a 1-year wonder. He was an 8-game wonder. So I'm not going to ask this guy, okay, you played 8 great games and then vanished. I'm not going to ask him to learn a playbook that big. See ball, kill ball. See quarterback, kill quarterback. You'll get bigger, you'll get size, or just move him around. But there you go, 21 linebackers. I will throw you out 9 more sleepers. But ironically, my top 2 from back in May, I'll tell you right now, man. Nah, my books, my other books are over there. But I got the books out, but I had Barham, I think 4 before the season started. Back in May. It's a good linebacker class. think a lot of good day 3 value, in my opinion. Sorry, this video went a little bit longer. Like I said, I broke down 21. Every one of these kids is on my channel, and you'll see his 2024 highlights and his 2025 highlights and his stats. Mañana. Let's see. I got tight ends. That's going to be real quick. I'll probably do that. Maybe I'll do tight ends tomorrow because it's a horrible tight end class. I got tight ends, safe. I got tight ends, DBs, and O-line, and I'm done. But then I still have having other guys coming out. Then we got the daily sleepers of the day. So we're still going to have like 200 more guys coming out. Because we all know when you're rocking with the GWO for life, I was feeling under the weather. Then I thought I was feeling good again. And then last night, I don't know, bro, it just hit me. But the good thing is when I get sick and I can't sleep, I just watch more football. No joke, I'm not lying. I don't watch television. I don't. I'm the only guy in the world that could put on Netflix, not find nothing to watch. I don't have it. Usually, if I'm talking to somebody, I'm like, yo, what's your, give me a password. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch television. I don't. I watch sports. I watch football. Football. And anyone can talk about the Ohio State kids, the Michigan kids, the Penn State kids. Find me the HBCU kids. Find me the Red Murdocks and the Mac from Buffalo. That kid is a thumper. Some people have him as a round 7 pick. You think I care? I march to my own drum, bro. Red Murdock is a beast. He could have came out last year and played in the NFL. Or went to a bigger college and got a bag. Someone's going to get a steal with him. I like him a lot. The kid from Indiana, I like him a lot. If he was just a little bit taller. Listen, I don't want this video to go on any further. Jacob Rodriguez, I was wrong about him. Went back, watched a lot more film of him. He's a much student of the game. I still don't think he's a great athlete, but you don't need to be a great athlete. You could do other things to enhance yourself. And it's called it. He has it. Because we all know when you rock with GWO for life. Tomorrow I'm going to try to knock out tight ends. It's going to be a short class. Because we all know. Peace. Uncensored Cowboy, thank you for jumping in the chat. Charlene Evans, thank you for jumping in the chat. Cowboys Blog, thank you for jumping in the chat. Uncensored, you knew Sonny Styles was going to be number 1. But yet, he was my number 1 back when I started in May the 5th. And the crazy thing is, I don't even think Sonny Styles is done growing.